There's a trucking company hauling your groceries tonight, and you'll never notice its name, but its founder once slept in her cab with a negative bank balance. In the next 9 minutes, I'll show how Tasha Bell went from broke driver to self-made millionaire. She wasn't chasing tech unicorn dreams. She wanted steady checks, a paid-off house, and weekends with her son. Then one late-night call from a state trooper turned her business into a courtroom threat, and about an $80,000 problem she didn't have. Back in 2016, Tasha was loading trailers in Fort Wayne for $16 an hour. She'd watch drivers back in, sign papers, and leave. One asked, "Why aren't you driving?" That question hit like a wrench to the chest. Within months she had her CDL, but no money for a truck. So she ran team routes for a mega carrier, lived on gas station meals, and saved every per diem dollar. Would you do that for 2 years just to buy a used Freightliner? In 2019 she bought a high-mileage day cab and leased on with a local dispatcher. The first month felt magical, 3 loads a week, quick pay, and enough left over to start a maintenance fund in a coffee can. Then the hidden costs showed up. Tires. DEF fluid. Toll transponders. Insurance that climbed after every renewal. And brokers who promised, next Friday, like it was a real date. Tasha's lesson came fast: revenue isn't the same as money you keep. Still, she added a second truck by partnering with a friend from her old warehouse job. The deal was simple: he drove, she handled booking, fuel cards, and repairs. For a while, it worked, until the week it didn't. A broker stiffed them on 2 loads. Not late, not short, just gone. Tasha called, emailed, filed claims, nothing. Meanwhile payroll still hit on Tuesday, and the fuel bill didn't care about her invoices. Ever had your bank app refresh and drop lower? She solved it the risky way: a cash advance against future payments. Factoring sounds like help, until fees nibble every mile. Cash flow isn't profit, it's oxygen. She was breathing, but barely. And that's when the accident happened outside Joliet, Illinois. Her partner rear-ended a pickup in slow traffic. No one died, but the photos looked brutal. The pickup driver hired a lawyer the next day. Tasha's insurer sent a letter: coverage under review, cooperation required, expect a reservation of rights. Translation: they might not pay. Overnight, her insurance got cancelled. Without insurance, you can't haul. Without hauling, you can't pay the truck note. Repossession notices started landing in her mailbox like bricks. And the partner, her friend, stopped answering calls. In early 2021, she walked into her credit union to ask for time. The loan officer slid a paper across the desk: voluntary surrender. It meant give up the truck before they took it. Would you sign that after working nights for 5 years? Tasha didn't. Instead, she did the humbling move: she took a driving job again, this time for a small food distributor that needed a safety-obsessed driver. She negotiated one thing: weekends off to rebuild her business plan. At night, she studied why her numbers lied. Here's what she found. She'd priced loads like a driver, not like a business. She never charged for deadhead miles, those empty miles you still pay fuel on. She didn't have a minimum rate to protect her from cheap freight. Lesson 1: set a floor, or the market sets it for you. Lesson 2 was boring, but it saved her. She built a cash buffer before she chased growth. Not a dream number, just enough to cover insurance, a major repair, and a slow-paying week. She opened a separate account and treated it like it didn't exist. Lesson 3: systems beat hustle. She wrote a 1-page checklist for every load: rate confirmation, pickup number, photos, seal, fuel stop, and delivery signature. She also stopped using random brokers and started chasing direct shippers, small manufacturers that paid on time for consistent lanes. Why fight for scraps when you can earn trust? By mid-2022, she was ready to own again. She didn't buy a shiny truck. She bought a dependable one, got safety training, and paid for a higher quality insurance policy up front. Then she did something most new owner-operators skip: she turned down work. Turning down work is terrifying when you're broke. But she refused loads that didn't hit her minimum, refused lanes that killed her schedule, and refused customers who argued about paperwork. A cheap job can cost you your company. The funny part? Her income went up as her miles went down. Then the comeback accelerated. A local packaging plant offered her a dedicated route, same pickup, same delivery, 3 days a week. Stable freight is gold in trucking, because it lets you plan maintenance and home time. She used that predictability to hire a part-time dispatcher, her sister, with one rule: no load without written terms. By 2024, she had a tiny fleet, 2 company trucks and a couple leased on owner-operators. That's when the lawsuit finally surfaced again. The pickup driver from Joliet claimed new injuries and demanded more. Tasha's lawyer warned her, settle fast, or spend years bleeding legal fees. Should she pay for an old mistake she didn't cause? She made a decision that hurt now, but protected later. She settled, wrote the check, and closed the door. Then she tightened her hiring standards so it never repeated. Every driver got a road test, a phone interview, and a written safety bonus tied to clean inspections. If someone ignored rules, they were gone, no matter how many miles they could run. That safety focus became her secret sales weapon. Shippers hate late deliveries, but they fear damaged freight more. Tasha started sending a simple one-page carrier packet with insurance, safety scores, and references. We don't chase freight. We earn lanes. A buyer told her, "You're the first small carrier who sounds organized." That one sentence landed her a year-long contract. Now the money finally looked like wealth, not just motion. She paid herself a regular salary, not random owner draws. She ran monthly cash meetings: fuel, maintenance, insurance, and taxes first, then payroll, then profit. She stopped buying chrome and started buying time, a shop relationship for priority repairs, a dispatch system that tracked attention, and a bookkeeper who hated excuses. In 2026, her company isn't famous. It's just dependable. Roughly a couple dozen trucks run Midwest lanes, and she's home for dinner most nights. Her net worth isn't magic, it's boring repeatable margins, equipment that doesn't break, and customers who renew. So what changed? She stopped acting like a driver who owns a truck, and started acting like a carrier that sells certainty. What would your work look like if you sold certainty? If you're in the trades watching this, steal her playbook. 1. Price the full job, including the empty miles nobody sees, setup, travel, waiting. 2. Separate your keep the lights on cash from spending cash. 3. Build checklists so the business doesn't depend on your mood. And 4. Don't scale problems, fix them first. And if you're wondering about the partner who vanished, he resurfaced when her fleet grew, asking to make things right. She sent him a screenshot of the settlement receipt and blocked the number. Growth doesn't always give you closure, sometimes it just gives you distance. Before we wrap, remember this: being busy is not a strategy. The road will always offer another load, another job, another client who pays late. Your job is to choose the work that builds a tomorrow. If you've ever clawed back from a setback, drop "comeback" in the comments so others see they're not alone. If you want more real stories like Tasha's, people in work boots building wealth the unglamorous way, hit like, and consider subscribing to Work Boots to Wealth. It tells YouTube this kind of content matters. Next week we're breaking down a roofing operator who doubled profit without adding crews, and the method will surprise you. One last thing, if a young person is watching, send this video to someone who says trades can't win. Because they can. Not overnight, not effortlessly, but with a plan. Tasha didn't get lucky, she got disciplined. And discipline is available to anyone. Thanks for riding with us today. Check your pricing, check your cash, and check your people. That's how you turn a truck, a mower, a ladder, or a wrench into a future. See you in the next one.